if you just look at when Christian Watson plays, over 30% of the snaps in his career, he's had 19 career games, 13.1 PPR points per game. That had been wide receiver 31 on average over the last 5 years. But today's show, we're going to break down the top 150, the latest updates in my rankings right now on razzball.com right before training camp. So let's kind of get into it. Obviously, if you've been checking in, I probably pretty much tweet out updates every single day, breaking down what's changed. All right, let's jump down to Christian Watson. So the Packers, the ambiguous wide receiver, it's kind of interesting. Like, there's always going to be value when the fantasy community doesn't know which wide receiver is going to be the one, right? So all the Packers guys, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Deontay Wicks, all those guys are right now going at a cost where there's all upside. You're not going to lose your fantasy league if you draft one of these guys. Maybe Reed's going a little higher than he should, but still, 7th, 8th round is not going to kill you. But just Christian Watson, a couple of things that really stood out to me is that he's had these chronic hamstring injuries. He's gone out and addressed it. He went to a specialist this offseason to really hone in on the situation and try to figure out what's going on. And if you just look at when Christian Watson plays, over 30% of the snaps in his career, he's had 19 career games, 13.1 PPR points per game. That had been wide receiver 31 on average over the last 5 years. So he's a mid-range wide receiver 3 when he's healthy. And that's, by the way, when I lower the standard to 30%. If Christian Watson's playing 2/3 of the snaps, his ceiling is insanely high. I'm all in on Jordan Love. And so I moved him from 124 all the way up to 83, wide receiver 38 in my latest top 150. That's a 41 spot change, mostly because I kind of really, when I started my rankings for the Packers, I was extremely conservative because I didn't know who was going to be the ones. But once you realize you could get a guy at the 7-8 turn, you've already filled out 3 receivers, 2 running backs, a flex spot. Now you're just taking guys who might be on your bench. I mean, Christian Watson is the perfect bench stash right now, a guy you might not really, even if, for example, you do draft a quarterback or tight end early and he is the flex guy, you literally could take another guy in the next round who's a safer play if you wanted to. But if you just look at when he's healthy and out there, it's worth the shot, because even if he goes down and you're drafting him in the 8th round, because it's ADP right now, I'm 10 spots higher. You can get him consistently in the 8th round. There's a lot of upside, not a lot of downside with a guy like Christian Watson. That's all we got today. This is some of the rankings updates, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. This was really good. This is like kind of the latest updates. And make sure you go to razzball.com, click on the NFL tab, or just go straight to football.razzball.com and go check out the top 150 PPR rankings. Also go check out all the great positional rankings we have for quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends. And by the way, make sure you jump over to the fantasy football data tab. By the way, we have the slot versus wide tool coming out, but we have 2023 data in there right now. If you don't know what the slot versus wide tool is, it is fantastic. It tells you where the fantasy points are allowed by defense in the slot versus out wide. We're going to have more detailed splits, home and road, wins and losses. These are going to be great tools to help you win your fantasy leagues. And by the way, Razzball 6 is finally kicked off. If you haven't signed up yet, go to football.razzball.com and click on the signups tab, and you'll be able to sign up for the Razzball 6. It's a lot of fun. It's free. You get to compete against other big names in the industry. It's open for everyone. And finally, go check out the Dynasty tab. We have a Dynasty 2024 tab. We have Dynasty Trade Chart, by the way. We have rated over 400 players and picks. Dynasty Trade Chart. Go check it out. Leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. We have the Dynasty Rookie Rankings, and we also have a Dynasty Top 200. So redraft, if you're doing a startup, if you're already in a league, or if you need rookie rankings, we have it all on razzball.com. Once again, thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe to the Razzball Fantasy YouTube channel. Make sure you jump over to IG and TikTok. And, of course, make sure you go over to razzball.com. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm Bobby LaMarco. Go follow me at Bobby LaMarco on Twitter. I'm out of here, folks. Razzball.